could set up SharePoint to where as new content comes in, I'm making room for existing content by offloading it to a cheaper tier, and I'm making room in that cheaper tier for new content by offloading it to an even cheaper tier, and I keep moving it to where I'm at a point where my only incremental investment in storage hardware is in my least expensive tier of storage. I think everybody would sign up for that. Everybody would buy as much SharePoint as they could buy, and then go out and buy as much cheap storage as they can buy.
Absolutely, and that's just on the hard costs.
And they're gonna get rid of all those legacy content sources and move all that content into SharePoint, because I can look at that architecture and say I can push that out to my enterprise because SharePoint is approachable. There is a high, traditionally, a high rate of adoption between end users, and if somebody's been using a FileNet or an open text and you put SharePoint in front of them, they're not going to let it go, right? They're not going to go back, and that's why we see all these coexistence strategies between the traditional ECM vendors and SharePoint. They know that their presentation layer is lacking, so they want to continue to own the content and kind of, use SharePoint as this facade or this, the presentation layer. It's not a coexistence strategy. It's an extinction avoidance strategy more than anything else. But we certainly have never, as a vendor, have never bought into that. Whether it was at Blue Thread or as part of Metalogix now, we're trying to figure out ways to make it easy for customers to get all their content into SharePoint and then cost effectively and efficiently manage it once it's there.